Happy Tuesday. It's the Jam Nation podcast with me, Jonesy, and her, Amanda.
And her. That's what the ad should say, him and her.
Him and her.
We talked to Jimmy Rees. He's one of my favourite comedians. You may remember him from Giggle and Hoot, a kids' TV show. He was a contestant on Dancing with the Stars.
Yep.
He's just fabulous.
He's managed to pivot.
Very much so, on the dance floor.
Because remember that we did on Dancing with the Stars very well, but remember that guy on the Blues Clues, and he had to leave the show, and there was all these rumours that he died or he turned into Marilyn Manson.
Or was a heroin addict.
Something like that.
We'll put all of that to Jimmy Rees. What happens when you leave a kids' TV show?
Jimmy's doing all three. Also, Green Senator David Shoebridge will be joining us. He's taking a bill to Parliament about legalising marijuana.
We discuss convoying on the road. I don't like it.
Of course you don't.
You like it.
I love it. Just ask Chris Christopherson and Ali McGraw. Ali McGraw loved Chris in that Big Mac.
But did she like convoying? I don't know if she did.
What did he get up to in the back of his Bulldog Mac?
I don't know what you're talking about. Beat me, I didn't know that. The traffic edition. A woman has been fined for something she didn't know was illegal, and I must say I didn't know it was either.
And our Ghoulies hotline, we'll check that too. Enjoy our podcast.
Everybody online.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles.
Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
What is it you can't face?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
But you're an idiot.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm okay. And how are you going? I've been thinking of you and how you lost your cat Fizzle on the weekend. Is it weird, you know, just life going back to normal because it was Dominic's birthday on the weekend and suddenly you've got your normal routines, but there's no pussycat?
No little pussycat.
Am I speaking for you, or is that how you felt,
That's
that you
pretty much
noticed
it.
that the cat had gone?
Yeah, you've been around for so long, and now we have no cats in the house.
And so how does that feel? Like a dinner time was no meow, meow?
Yeah. And this morning when I walked down the stairs to get ready to go, and usually she'd be sitting there and she'd meow at me, and I go, hello, and that would be it. And then no more cat. No more cat.
A cat-free house.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a new little kitty,
No
kitty,
more
kitty?
pets.
Does anyone else want a little kitty, kitty?
They've all said, can we get it? No, that's it. Well, you know, I'm that aggrieved about the loss of Rufus first and now Fizzle that I can no longer have another pet.
That's not why.
In my life.
That you're not because of the grief.
It's grief. I'm grieving.
I know you well enough to know that you just don't want the hassle.
I'm grieving.
And don't want the hassle.
I'm grieving, and
Having
that's
a pet,
hassle.
having the pet is the best hassle in the world.
Yeah, I'm grieving.
But see, you're at the stage of your life where you're in a house that's settled. You're not going to be going away. It's perfect time to get a pet.
It's perfect time to grieve.
Okay.
And I'll need to grieve for a long time.
Okay.
A long, long time.
But does the rest of the family want a little pet?
Well, the beauty of my family is they're inherently lazy, so they won't. They'll talk a big game, but they won't actually do it.
So you're going to come home one day and there's a pony.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I can't see my wife suddenly getting a pony.
Okay.
I've seen her go and bet on the ponies. She'll be down the track.
That's how she handles her grief,
That's
and
how
everyone's different.
She's grieving. We're all grieving.
Yeah, I can't-
We're all grieving.
Yeah.
But you're different to me. When Ripley, your other dog, died, when it was sick, you had this new dog in the wings, ready to go.
That makes it sound very heartless. That's not true. I felt it was the universe talking. That when Ripley, who was very old, you and I had done a television show, and they had there was a beautiful border collie.
Remember that TV show, Children and Animals?
It was a pilot, never
Yes.
became a series.
Why not?
Because we were on it.
I thought we were good.
There's a beautiful border collie, and the woman who owned the border collie said, if ever the time comes, here's my business card, because I know a breeder who breeds beautiful border collies who are gentle and not crazy and don't need to be exercised all the time, etc. And I found that card a couple of years later, just when Ripley was at the very tail end of her life. I thought, that's weird. And I phoned the breeder, and by the time Ripley had passed away, we realised afterwards that Minnie was born pretty much the week that Ripley passed away, because you don't get the dog straight away. And I had thought I could never love again. I seriously thought, unlike your faux grief, that my real grief would stop me ever loving another dog. And when we first got Minnie, I really fought hard against loving her because I felt so bad. And now she's just the light of our lives.
Gee, I hope I don't get on well. You're breeding another Jonesy somewhere.
You make it sound heartless, and it wasn't like that at all.
Not at all, not at all.
It was. Oh, come on.
It's the universe.
That's
the
not,
universe.
That is not fair.
It's universe and convenience.
A friend of mine had said, the way to heal this, and you've got 2 growing boys who are only like 10 and 8, it's a good way to just get another dog.
It's the universe.
Oh, how dare you say I'm heartless? You know how much I love that dog.
You love that dog. You love that dog.
If I was to breed another one of you, I'd have to get a little thing of sea monkeys. I don't think they make them anymore.
We got an action-packed show
You've
today.
upset me now. I don't like you playing with my emotions.
Action-packed show today. We've got $10,000 with the $10,000 question. Also, it's the Battle of the West for grand final tickets. Everyone wants these. What?
Of course, I just saw question number 1 of the Magnificent Seven, and
What
thank
is it?
you. Question 1. The Battle of the West refers to which upcoming sports game?
You would be Johnny Dumbass not to know that.
Well, you never know who will get.
Jam Nation Podcast.
We have the Magnificent Seven. 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
Yeehaw.
But it's about getting question 7 right. In Wentworth Falls, we find Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Good morning, how are you today?
Very
Great,
well.
thanks, Tone.
Question 1. Now, Jonesy said you'd be Johnny Dumbass not to know this, so let's hope that's not you. The Battle of the West refers to which upcoming sports game?
NRL Grand Final between
Phew.
Parramatta and Penrith.
Tony,
the
are you
one.
a supporter of either of the teams?
No.
So
Who would you want to win?
As a non-supporter, who do you pick on the weekend?
Penrith.
Okay. Question 2. What's a Hills hoist?
A clothesline.
Yes, it is.
Let's play Reverse It.
Put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
This is a song playing in reverse. What is it? Oh, you can vaguely hear it in there. Do you know what the song is?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Don't apologise, Tony. That's quite all right.
Maybe Don of Marylands knows.
Hi, Don.
Yeah, how are you guys?
Very well. Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah, but I'm not pretty confident on it.
Well,
Let's hear
try
it again.
Don?
No, sorry, it just sounds like Penrith singing up they lose.
Nice.
Good on you.
All right, well, that's still going. Begging. What song is that?
Jam Nation.
Thread of the Magnificent Seven, and we're at question 3.
Question 3 is Reverse It.
Put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
We're playing a song backwards, but not in a demonic way. What song is this?
Yeah, you wouldn't imagine these guys are agents of Satan, would you?
I try to imagine it a lot, but no.
Troy's in Macquarie Fields. Hello, Troy.
Hey, Jonesy, Amanda, good morning.
Good morning. What song is it?
Crowded House, Don't Dream It's Over.
Yes, it is.
Of course it is.
They're not demons.
They're not demons. Which of these is not an outfit once worn by Lady Gaga? Is it A, the meat dress? This was a dress made of raw beef. B, the Kermit coat, a coat made of Kermit the Frogs. Or C, the chocolate corset, a corset made from chocolate.
Corset.
Corset.
One of those. Which one of those was not an outfit?
I'm going to go C.
Yeah. So she did wear the meat dress and she did wear the Kermit dress. You know what? I read it.
Yeah. What about
no.
some chocolate underpants like you're wearing?
Brendan, please.
Which ex-politician has begun working at Optus at the start of the year?
don't know if you'd be boasting about working at Optus right now.
ScoMo.
No, it wasn't ScoMo.
He'll give it a go. Ron's in Helensburgh.
Hello, Ron.
Hi, how you going?
Very
all right?
well. Which ex-politician, a New South Wales politician, has begun working at Optus at the beginning of the year?
Is it Gladys Berejiklian?
It is
Was
Gladys.
indeed. She runs the Enterprise Business and Institutional Division of the company.
What the hell is that?
That's word salad.
You
I don't know.
There's people at this place. I'm into integration and brand management, blah, blah. And you go, what the hell is that?
What is it?
What, they pay you for that? What is that? In my day, you drove the steam train and you put the coal in the boiler.
Wow.
And that's what you did.
You're going back a
Everyone
long
knew.
way.
You had a welder. You had a pipe cutter. Now you've got people that, does anyone actually work anymore?
I would look at you and I wonder the same thing. Question 6. What's the name of the secret base in the US that's often the subject of alien conspiracy theories?
Ooh.
It's Area something or other.
The Bermuda Triangle?
Ron.
I said the area something.
Area something Bermuda Triangle.
No.
Bailey's in Campbelltown.
Hi, Bailey.
How you going?
Very well. So it's a secret base in the US. I think it's near Roswell in New Mexico, isn't it? It's often the subject of alien conspiracy theories. What's that called? Area something or other.
Is it Area 51?
It is.
It's not Area Bermuda Triangle.
Who will be headlining the Super Bowl halftime show in 2023?
South Sydney Rabbitohs. No, is it,
It's not the Rabbitohs, no.
Beyonce?
Who?
Beyonce?
Beyonce?
No, it's not. It's typical of a South Sydney supporter to pipe in when they're gone. Like, guaranteed, you'll be on the Great Wall of China and there'll be someone in a South Sydney jersey walking along.
Or ScoMo in a Sharks jersey.
Oh, come on. Who will be headlining the Super Bowl halftime show in 2023? Matt of North Kellyville, you got to wrap this up.
Do you know who, Matt?
Good morning, Jonesy. Good morning, Amanda.
Hello.
Rihanna.
It's
It
Rihanna.
is. Look at that.
I saw an Instagram from her yesterday. She was just her tattooed hand holding the NRL football. And that was how she
NFL.
announced. Pardon?
NFL.
What did I say?
She's doing the NRL.
No, did I say NRL?
Yeah, NFL.
Yes. She's
got-
not going to be performing on the weekend
You've
at
got
the
NFI.
NRL.
You've got NFI. That's what you have. Congratulations to you, Matt. If anything, we amuse ourselves. You've won the Jam Pack, a family pass to the Australian Museum Shark Exhibition. Take a deep dive with sharks, an exhibition with Bite at the Australian Museum, Sydney. A Spinalese pillow. Are you tired of waking up with a sore neck and a headache? Well, get your Spinalese pillow at spinalese.com.au. And Josie and Amanda caricatures for you to colour in and some standard pencils. Matt, is there anything you'd like to add?
Thank you very much. Very looking forward to the Spinalese pillow and go the Eels on the weekend.
Oh, well said,
done.
Matt.
You don't want to say, go South Sydney.
No.
No, save that for the Great Wall of China when you're walking along there.
Well, the China.
Or, the first person to walk on Mars will be wearing a South
You'll
jersey.
see some going, yeah, go South Sydney.
Or would you be on Uranus?
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Okay, we checked all 4 systems and keying with a go.
Well, there goes nothing.
Well, I'm going to flick through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1980, David Bowie scored his 4th #1 UK album with Scary Monsters and Super Creeps. The album featured the singles Ashes to Ashes and Fashion. Speaking of fashion, there's no denying that Bowie was a fashion icon and a trendsetter. His transformations brought about seismic cultural shifts, and it changed the definition of what it meant to be a popular rock star. He was desirable to both men and women, pushing the boundaries to the highest degree with eye patches, shaving his eyebrows, wearing makeup, dresses. He dressed like a mime one night out. Everyone said, oh, where's that big wind coming from? He keeps walking against it.
Where's a plate of glass when you need it?
Many have followed in his footsteps since. You look at Harry Styles sporting his handbag. It has been said, though, with Harry Styles that he looks like he's been to Grandma's house and he's booed his pants and he's wearing her clothes for the evening. But let's look back at where it all began.
Jam Nation.
It's spring, Amanda. It's spring. We're back from holidays. We're enjoying our lives.
I had a nice holiday. It was a busy one. Went to Brisbane to see Dad and Cameron, and I'd had COVID. Remember? Do you remember?
Yes,
remember I was
did.
unwell?
I got texts on the half hour.
You did
from
not.
you.
But yesterday I had a bit of a coughing fit and you were exasperated. I said, sorry, Brendan, I still have the aftermath of COVID. Sorry for inconvenience.
I just switched your microphone off.
And with a look of... Can you put it back on now? With a look of disdain. So I went to
It wasn't a look of
Brisbane.
disdain. It was a look of concern.
Oh, please. No wonder I can't tell the difference. I've never seen it. And anyway, Then I went down to the South Coast and a girlfriend of mine, Kate, joined me there.
I like
And
Kate.
Kate's great. But when we came to leave, we both said to Harley, because Harley stayed down there. I went to see Liam in Newcastle.
Yes,
so
of course.
I left early. And Kate was leaving when I left. And we decided that it's too awkward to drive in convoy. So Harley was flummoxed, but we said we'll set off separately. So Kate went and I went 20 minutes later because it's just convoys are awkward and awful.
What are you talking about? Convoys are great.
No, I didn't want to drive, and nor did she, in a convoy because you're wondering where's the person, are they still there, because at the beginning you're behind them in the traffic, and how often do you wave at each other? It's like when you see someone coming towards you and they just keep, how long do you keep awkwardly acknowledging each other? When do you stop waving? And then if, say, I had to pull in for petrol, would she think I'd died? Would she think I was a slow driver and that suddenly I'm not there and she'll think, oh, gee, look how slow she is. And it would make me speed up. And I don't want to speed because there were double demerits. There's a lot to think about.
Not really?
I don't understand why anyone would want to drive. And she was the same. Let's not do convoy.
Women don't understand convoys.
I don't
it's
think
another thing. Put it on my list of things that women don't like or understand. They don't
hate
like
convoy.
Subway. They don't like convoys.
What about Dire Straits? I don't like Dire Straits.
Women don't like Dire Straits.
You wouldn't like convoy because you're too
I love
alpha.
convoys.
No, only if you're at the front. What would you? And forget riding bikes in a convoy. Say a car, because you have to be single file. How, if you were third in the convoy with scamp and bum nuts up the front?
Yeah, right.
How would you feel?
Well, I wouldn't be third.
See, it's not convoy. You just want to win the race.
Well, there's a race.
It's
There's
not
always
convoy,
a race.
it's a race.
And that was-
That's not convoy. Convoy's not a race.
Look at Bathurst. That started as a convoy. There was a couple of guys going to Mount Panorama, and that's what it was.
Next minute.
Next minute's a race. Look, I will just say this to you. Look at the teachings of this great philosopher of our time, C.W. McCall. It will explain it all to you.
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Love Machine? 10 for Pig Pen. For sure. By golly, it's clear to Taco Town. Yeah, we definitely got us the front door, good buddy. Mercy
What a
sakes
nerd
alive.
alert.
Looks like we got us a convoy.
And what are the teachings there? That I had to have a stupid name and Kate had to have a stupid name.
What would
Hey,
you be?
Taco Town. I'm not being that. Someone was in that one.
That's Mexico. It's Taco Town.
Oh, no one wants to be called that.
From this day forward, it's Jonesy and Taco Town.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Well, it's been called, I think, one of the biggest hacks in the world. We were talking about this yesterday. Optus admitting that almost 10 million current and former customers' data have been accessed in a cyber attack. And it seems it wasn't that hard to do. That's what's so frightening. They unlocked a door digitally or electronically, cyberly, and all the information was there. We spoke to tech expert Trevor Long about this yesterday.
Because normally when there's a hack, I'd be like, look, change your password, change your credit card number, you'll be fine. But in fact, they've got likely your date of birth, your address, your phone number, your driver's license number. And this alleged hacker and their ransom, they have to provide a kind of sample of the data when they make a claim like this. It's your identity. And the thing is, they can apply for credit on your behalf. They could, get loans. But more importantly, over the next month and years, they will scam you. They will spam you with emails that look so legitimate because they know your birthday, they know where you live. You think it's a trusted contact, but actually it's a scammer trying to get more from you. And also just keep your eye on bank details and that credit report. Do a credit report now and then do another one in a little while. And if you're really worried, put a ban on your credit so that people can't apply for credit in your name.
What's a credit report?
Well, this is the thing. I wasn't sure what that meant. That seems to be the only thing that we can do. And Optus is offering the most affected current and former customers whose information was compromised the option to take up a 12-month subscription to Equifax Protect. Now, and it won't cost them anything. I don't understand this completely, but this apparently is the one thing you can do is stop your credit being accessed.
Being hacked.
One person who did that yesterday after hearing our interview was our boss, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Hi,
How are
Mike.
you?
Morning, guys.
We don't have a little intro for Mike. Ryan, do you want to write? Put an intro on for Mike. Come on.
Oh, that's not nice.
Oh, there's something.
Something nicer, please.
Sunshine,
That's bad.
lollipops, and rainbows, everything that's
So, Mike, yesterday you heard Trevor Long saying you have to stop them getting access to your credit. How do you go about that?
Yeah, that was the first thing that came to mind when I heard the news on the weekend, and I'm a long-term Optus customer. And when Trevor mentioned that yesterday, I thought, I wonder how hard that is. So I just Googled it, and it's effectively, if you just Google credit report ban, there are 3 credit providing agents or credit reporting agencies in Australia. They all sound like characters from sci-fi movies. There's Equifax, as you've just mentioned. There's Ilion, and Experion is the other one. And those are the 3 companies that effectively anybody who, if you apply for credit, a credit card or Afterpay or anything like that, those companies will go to Experion or Ilion or Equifax and check you out to make sure that you're good to repay effectively. So the good thing is they all talk together, as I discovered yesterday. So if you just Google it up, credit report ban, go to one of those websites, so Equifax, Ilion or Experion, directly, and there'll be a link on there saying place a ban on my credit. So effectively what it does is it stops anybody, including yourself, from obtaining credit. You can then obviously go and unban yourself down the track if you do need to apply for some credit. But if you're pretty high risk, as I felt I was, that's the way to do it. It took about 5 minutes. And as I say, they all talk to each other. So if you do one, they will then report that to the other 2. If you're really, really paranoid like I am, I mean, it goes with the territory working there, then you can go to all the 3 individual reporting agencies and make sure you ban your credit. But I think if you're a high risker, I think it's probably a good idea.
Because this is the fear, isn't it? That if years from now, someone can get a credit card in your name.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, a few years back when I was applying for a mortgage, I discovered that I actually had 2 identities out there in that credit reporting world. A different middle name according to the credit reporting agencies. It was me. I looked at the history and went, yeah, that's definitely me. And that was a bit messy to get that cleaned up. So you just don't know what's going out there and who's using your name.
Wow. Because Ryan knows your middle name. What do you call him?
I can't say it on here.
Well, Mike, thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you at work when you come out of your little bunker.
I've been a rare help to you.
No, you've been a great help.
Thank you.
Great help. Well, that's quite easy to do.
Because that's the only thing.
Details
That's
up on
pretty
our
much
website.
the only thing you can do is watch out for emails that are trying to scam you. And Optus said yesterday, don't click on any links.
Yeah.
They will not send you anything with a link to it. So if you've got that, that's a scam.
Jam Nation.
There's a couple of questions that I have to ask you.
I don't answer questions.
Just answer the question, okay?
What's in it for me?
$10,000 reward.
Each and every day we have $10,000 up for grabs right here, right now. All you have to do is answer 10 questions in 60 seconds. It's so easy. And it's been done 4 times this year alone.
Well, the collective answers the questions, but whoever gets to question 10 and answers that correctly is our winner.
But there'll be one time when a golden person, a golden boy goes all the way. Is Jeff of Blacktown that golden boy?
Hello, Jeff.
Good morning, guys. How are you today?
Great.
No pressure. Brendan's wondering if you're the golden boy.
I don't know about that.
Well,
Come
let's
on,
see how
Jeff.
you go.
That sounds like something a golden boy would say.
Well, here's how the rules work, Jeff. 10 questions, 60 seconds. The minute you hesitate, the minute you're wrong, you're out, and someone takes your place, but you could be seconds away from being the golden boy.
Let's go.
Ready to start?
Yes.
Good luck, Jeff. Here we go. Question 1. In what country did the Olympic Games originate?
Greece.
Question 2. Eagle Boys was a fast food chain famous for what?
Pizza.
Question 3. Name the first pop band to ever appear on a metal lunchbox.
AC/DC.
Donna's in Bankstown.
Name the first pop band to ever appear on a metal lunchbox.
Kiss.
Ryan's in Kirrawee.
Name the first pop band to ever appear on a metal lunchbox.
Backstreet Boys.
Odie's in Erskine Park.
Name the first pop band to ever appear on a metal lunchbox.
Beatles.
Question 4. On which streaming service can you watch The Crown?
Netflix.
Question 5. In which decade did the Penrith Panthers join the NRL?
1993.
Tony's in Croydon.
In which decade did the Penrith Panthers join the NRL?
The 40s.
John's in Wollongong.
In which decade did the Penrith Panthers join the NRL?
60s.
Question 6. Who is Princess Anne's daughter? Oh, her name is Zara.
Zara Tyndall.
We would have accepted Zara.
What happened to Golden Boy?
Golden Boy Jeff didn't make it through. A metal lunchbox with the Beatles. I'd love one of those. I wonder how much they go for.
I can get you one for your birthday on eBay.
Really?
I'll get you a Backstreet Boys one. That'd be considerably cheaper.
Jam Nation.
I was watching this on the news last night. A grandmother is in trouble after being slapped with a hefty fine for honking her horn at a car that pulled in front of her. And the police officer deemed that it was road rage.
The 85-year-old was driving to work at Myer when she got a fright driving along Belmore Road at Riverwood in June.
I was parked and this guy just went in front of me. I thought I was going to collide with him, so I applied the brakes and the horn.
And apparently there was a copper behind her counting, and 3 seconds is okay and 4 seconds isn't.
And he said I had used the horn excessively, unnecessarily, and that's like road rage.
Road rage. So she got a $352 fine for that.
But isn't that the point of the horn? So she wasn't allowed to honk the horn at him.
Yeah.
How are you allowed to use your horn?
That was explained in the story as well.
In New South Wales, you can only honk if you need to warn traffic users about the position of your car or get animals off the road. You can't beep to say hello out of anger or frustration or get someone moving when traffic lights turn green.
Oh, come on.
I thought that was the whole point. If someone's on their phone or asleep in front of you, oi, move along.
You do a friendly beep. You like to do a little, one of these little...
Oh, don't do beeps. Don't do beeps. Because it's illegal to play horns and honks and things like that on the radio.
No, it's
not. It is. If people in their cars will think someone's beeping at them. You're doing road rage.
No, I'm not doing road rage. It's fine, okay? A little beepy beep. So you can't do that because I like to say hello to people when I'm on my bike riding. Me, you know,
See,
little hello beep.
Any honk to me sounds aggressive. A honk hello may as well be a honk that you're doing something wrong. I assume I'm doing something wrong.
I will say this though: 4 seconds is a long time on the horn. Let's.
Oh, don't play a 4-second horn.
Well, let's count this out. Okay.
Oh, sorry, everyone.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's us honking there.
That
you're not being honked at.
So that's quite a sustained honk.
Is that what she did?
That's what she did. So she got a fine. I kind of think that's fair enough, you know.
But how weird that there's a policeman behind her timing her honk.
Well,
you know, is that what you go to police school for, to time a honk?
Yeah. What about this horn?
See, now you've made people hungry for muffins. That's the munch truck.
What about this one?
What's that?
That's a coffee truck.
Oh, see, you can't do this to people either.
What about this one?
That's when a cartoon character sees a female, an attractive female of the opposite sex.
What's this one then?
I hear that a lot.
You'd get that a lot. I didn't know that about the horn. I think that's when you're at the traffic lights and someone's dicking around, you want to give them a bit of, not an aggressive, big, long one, but like a little me.
But apparently not allowed. I didn't know that. Do you know what Harley always says to the kids and to me? And I've poo-pooed this. I don't know if it's true.
Right.
That it's illegal to be in the right-hand lane if you're not overtaking.
Yes, it is. It's $220 fine.
Have you been fined for that?
No.
Because we were going, as if you're going to be arrested for being in the right lane and not overtaking.
Unless overtaking. And it doesn't matter what the speed you're doing.
But that's a suggestion.
No, it's not a suggestion. It's law. It's law.
Well, good on you. Why are you so aggressive?
I'm just saying, it's like, you drive.
What are you, the feds?
you drive to work every day. You've got your licence, haven't you?
Yeah, I know I didn't think it was illegal to be in the right lane.
Yeah, because you're the problem. You know why we have peak hour traffic? It's because of people like you.
Have you seen what time I drive to work?
Yeah, even with you, there's a convoy of people behind you because you're all over the show.
That is so not true. Let's not fight. Sorry, I brought it up.
Well, maybe this is something the Tribal Drum could be for. Beat me, I didn't know that. The traffic edition. Stuff that you didn't know about.
traffic infringements
Yeah.
that you or your friends might have been caught for that you had no idea
And if
about.
anything, we can help each other out. So if you don't know about keep left unless overtaking.
I knew it was a thing. I didn't know it was law.
It's law.
Okay. Beat me. I didn't know that. The traffic edition.
Jam Nation podcast. The Tribal Drummer's been beating Beat Me, I Didn't Know That, the traffic edition. This is all because this lady got pulled up and fined for being excessive in her use of horn.
I thought I was going to collide with him, so I applied the brakes and the horn.
And apparently there was a copper behind her counting, and 3 seconds is okay and 4 seconds isn't.
And he said I had used the horn excessively, unnecessarily, and that's like road rage.
It's interesting.
There's a lot of difference in the horn world.
But, yeah, don't play horns again.
No, in the world of difference, they've got this.
Oh, don't.
Little beep beep. That's a, come on, let's move on, beep beep. Oh, hi, Amanda, how are you, beep beep? And then there's this.
Don't. Yep, stop. People are in their cars, they'll hear this.
So that's 5 seconds of horn.
Well, she said she gave 4 seconds of horn, but it says here that under New South Wales law, you can only honk if you need to warn other road users about the position of your car. She said that's what she was doing, wasn't it?
That is just, you listen to
no,
that.
don't play it, Brendan. It's illegal.
That's not, you're just making stuff up.
Don't. It's irresponsible.
Anyway.
The Tribal Drum is beating for Beat Me, I Didn't Know That, the traffic edition. So the traffic rules you don't know about.
Yeah, so you didn't know about keep left unless overtaking.
I knew you were supposed to. I didn't know it was a law. Right. My husband will lecture me and the kids about it. And I said, as if that's a law.
What about those traffic lights? What do you do when you come to them?
Listen, you're the person who's had 10 accidents.
Marty has joined us. Hello, Marty.
Good morning to you both. Welcome back.
Thank you, Marty. What law sprung you? What surprised you?
Look, I used to be a salesman for a major food company. I do, 75,000 kilometres in a year. A lot of truck drivers do an awful lot more. But I also used to cycle. So I'm one of those lycra loonies that people in cars like to beep at. And I was going along a road in Campbelltown called Narellan Road.
Yep.
Before they upgraded it they were upgrading it, I should say, near the university and tech college there to 4 lanes. And it's a good downhill stretch. So I'm now returning home, keeping up with the traffic. So I'm speeding along in the lane, because there's no breakdown lane because they're upgrading the road.
Yep.
And there was a highway patrol car behind me. So the cars in front of me would have been going faster than me, and I was keeping up with them. So I'm doing at least 63 kilometres an hour.
That's pretty good.
Which is pretty good. And all of a sudden I hear, wah, 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 looked over my shoulder, there's a highway patrol car. So I pulled over. He pulled over too. And he warned me you were speeding. And I'm going, what?
On your push bike?
On my push bike. Okay, it's a pretty good, decent Trek push bike, but
but that's I'd be praising you for
keeping up with the traffic,
for
doing well. That's good.
I was keeping up with the traffic. Yeah. I can tell you, my little legs were going around like windmills.
Well, yeah, I mean, because if you weren't keeping up with traffic and you were holding up traffic, that would annoy everybody.
Exactly. They've always got beef with that. Coppers, remember E.T.? Just look to the teachings of E.T. They weren't happy at all when E.T. got away with the little kids on the BMX bike.
Oh, Brendan. Well, look,
just saying.
If that's where you're getting your information, I'm off the hook.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Coffee?
Coffee.
Coffee! I need coffee. Extra strong.
All I have is tequila and coffee liqueur.
Make it a double.
Hello there. We've been talking about this grandma. She was left fuming after being slapped with a hefty fine for honking or horn at a car that pulled in front of her, an action a police officer deemed as road rage.
I thought I was going to collide with him, so I applied the brakes and the horn.
And apparently there was a copper behind her counting, and 3 seconds is okay and 4 seconds isn't.
And he said I had used the horn excessively, unnecessarily, and that's like road rage.
There's a world of difference between a little beep beep and this.
Please don't do it. This upsets me. Sorry, everyone, this isn't a real horn. It's us. I'm talking over it so no one gets upset. You're not allowed.
There's no law that says you can't play a horn on air.
You're not allowed to play ambulance sounds.
You
or
can.
In use, you're not allowed to.
It used to be in the 80s, and then they changed it.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
It's still inappropriate.
Well, you just go, what are you, Idi Amin? You're just making up your own rules now?
I'm Donald Trump. Did you hear that's the latest thing? He said he declassified documents just by thinking about it.
I'd like to say this. I think I'm siding with the copper because that's a long beep.
Well, I think that we're all surprised by hearing you're only allowed to honk your horn to warn animals off the road. And to warn other drivers that your vehicle's approaching if that's going to make an accident not happen. Sorry, I've had COVID. My brain's a bit addled.
Well, I had COVID too, and I'm fine.
That was Christmas.
But anyway, we understand what you're saying.
Yes,
the other
prevent an accident.
But if you're at the traffic lights, you can't beep someone to move on.
No,
Wake
you're
up,
not allowed
dopey.
to. You're not allowed to. That's why the tribal drum is beating for Beep Me. I didn't know that. The traffic edition.
One of your best. Ray has joined us. Hello, Ray.
G'day, guys. Welcome back.
Thank you. What was the traffic incident that surprised you?
I was in the main street at Penrith, and this guy was reverse parking, and I thought, okay, fine, so I'm stopped behind him. But once he reversed in and started to straighten up, I thought I had enough room, so I went around him. Lo and behold, I didn't realise there was a policeman behind me, and he pulls me over, and he tells me, you can't overtake a vehicle while it is reverse parking until it's completely out of the lane. And luckily for me, it was a warning, not a penalty. But I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I've got room to get around, so everybody else behind me can keep on going.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit too fast on. So you have to wait until somebody reverses and the front end of their vehicle's out of the lane before you are allowed to overtake.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Well, and you didn't cross over double yellow lines or anything. You just moved out there.
And you moved along as soon as it was safe to do so.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I thought, because all the traffic behind me, because it was in the main street, it was the right thing to do. But apparently you had to be patient and wait for the front end of the vehicle to completely get out of the lane before you're allowed to have.
Be patient.
By then, there'll be people behind you honking at you.
Exactly. Thank you for that, Ray. Russell's joined us. Hello, Russell.
How are you both?
Good.
It goes back a handful of years ago. When I say handful, probably about 12. I had a mate, he had a lot of garbage hanging off his rear vision mirror. And I actually said to him, be careful, you might get pinged for it if the constabulary are a little bit upset on the day. And lo and behold, it would have been about a week later, he got caught for obstruction. His all the garbage he hanging off his windscreen off his rear vision mirror was deemed to be obstruction.
What did he have? What kind of stuff?
Oh, it was just, what we got, lanyards and all that sort of stuff, just bits and pieces just hanging off cards and ID cards and all that sort of stuff hanging off his rear vision mirror, and the police deemed that to be obstruction to the viewing of the traffic. So they did tighten the laws up some years later. They still have it in place that you aren't allowed to obstruct any part of your windscreen while you're driving.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Interesting, though, that if you've got a few lanyards hanging off, you wouldn't think.
Well, you've got all your Hello Kitty dolls on the front of your dash.
I do.
And your little temple to Goshnisha.
I've got this little Hawaiian dancer. I've got all of that lined up.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you see.
My shrine to Barry Manilow, it's all there in the front of my car.
Jam Nation. Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Today, tooting at the lights, does it pass the pub test?
We've been shocked to learn this morning that you're not allowed to toot your horn to say hello or to wake someone up or someone who's on their phone in front of you at the lights or hurry them along. Not allowed to.
This was in the news.
In New South Wales, you can only honk if you need to warn traffic users about the position of your car or get animals off the road. You can't beep to say hello out of anger or frustration or get someone moving when traffic lights turn green.
Someone once said the law is an ass, and I think it is in this particular case. That's how the city gets moving. Wake up, dopey. Come on, don't you have a colour we like?
Well, it's been said here, though, that when you honk your horn, it must be remembered that this is the driving equivalent of yelling at someone. And it's seen as road rage.
You can do a nice little toot. Come on, mate. Come on.
Oh, who's going to say, mate, you've been asleep and I've missed the lights 3 times.
What I do
Come
is
on,
I go, toot. What?
With your mouth.
I say, it's not going to get any greener, mate.
Yeah. And that's road rage.
It's not road rage. Just come on,
it's
move
being
along.
an a-hole. It's road rage.
Between my house and this radio station, there are 77 traffic lights.
77 chances for you to be an a-hole.
And there's a sequence that those lights run.
And if you miss one, you're going to miss them
Yes.
all. Well, it does seem extraordinary to me that we can't use our horns for that reason. Or is that fair enough? What do you think? Tooting at the lights is a pass the pub test.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Our next guest is known for being one of Australia's funniest people on social media. His viral videos and unique sense of humour has brought much comic relief to many of us when we're in lockdown and going through hard times. He has a fabulous character called The Guy Who Decides, and he decides everything from COVID restrictions to one of our favourites here, packaging.
What should we put strawberries in? Put it in a little box that you can see through. Blueberries. An even smaller box that you can see into. And broccolini? Just put a little elastic band around them. A purple elastic band. It must be purple. Oranges? A net. Potatoes. A sack. Lemons. They can get them themselves. Mushrooms. A paper bag. Yogurt? Put it in a tub with a little paper lid. Jam. Put it in a glass jar with a metal lid that goes pop when you open it. Okay, Vegemite? Put that in a glass jar too. With a little lid that goes pop too? No! A plastic lid.
Well, he's got a brand new comedy special on Binge called Meanwhile in Australia. Jimmy Rees,
Here he
hello.
Hey guys, how you going? Thanks for having me.
What a pleasure to talk to you. These characters, do they come from people you know? The woman from the Brighton Ladies, the guy who decides. Are these people you've seen?
Oh, well, the guy who decides particularly, I think, is there's someone making these decisions somewhere. And when you look at life, you think this person is under the influence of something. Like, who decides all these things? Like, it could be applied to anything, really. Like, who decides who wears suits? Like a car salesman wears a suit. You have to go to court to wear a suit. Like a real estate agent wears a suit. But then, like, why? Why a car salesman wear a suit? If you're buying like a four-wheel drive, why would you not want someone who looks like they go four-wheel driving, not some crusty old dude in a suit? Seriously, who decides this stuff?
It's so true. It's so true.
Most people knew you, first of all, from Giggle and Hoot, a kids' show that you fronted for 10 years. It was a big decision, I know, to leave that show. Did you picture this in your future, or have you made this up as you went along?
Well, it's a bit of both, actually, Amanda. Like, probably the last few years of Giggle and Hoot, I was trying to think of, like, what am I going to do next? And I think when you're in kids' TV, you've got to sort of break the mold of not being just a kids presenter if you have desires to go and do something else. And comedy is always something I really wanted to do. So I always write things down and, I knew that was what I wanted to do. I thought it would take a lot longer for me to sort of break the mold of dressing up in my pajamas and talking to puppet owls for a living. And then, when the pandemic came around, it really just gave me the impetus to just do something and put something out there. Because I have 3 children and I had to feed them.
Sure.
Do something.
That old thing.
And everything went to nothing, So like, and Giggle and Hoot came to an end, and it was just a timing thing. And yeah, I just threw out a few things which I thought were funny, and I just sort of, like you said, I just created these random characters, and people seem to enjoy them. So I just kept going, and now it's. Yeah, now I've got a book and a special, and it's all gone a bit crazy.
And it is a pivot. I remember the guy from Blue's Clues, and he decided he was going to leave Blue's Clues, and he was going to go to university. Although
Wasn't there a rumour he died?
Oh, he died, and he was Marilyn Manson, and there was all that sort of stuff. But he actually just went to university and became a doctor. But with you, to go from a child's entertainer, and I'm not saying that you should become a doctor, but I completely almost forgot that you did Giggle and Hoot. So that's, in a way, you've got that legacy. But here you're doing this, and the guy who decides is like, I just love that. I just love watching those.
Yeah, it's very silly. Yeah, I think back to the Blue's Clues guy who think, we all thought he died. I think it's a rite of passage for anyone who's finished children's entertainment to have, I think people just think, they must have had an overdose or something. I remember Jimmy Giggle or something was trending on Twitter one time, and I can't remember what it was for, but I got so many messages, and people were replying going, oh no, what happened happened to him. Everyone just assumed that if a children's presenter is just trending on Twitter, that something's happened.
Yeah, or else you're Marilyn Manson.
Or you're Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, you're Marilyn Manson.
What about, so the guy who decides, have you ever done one on the guy who decides radio or radio stations or radio formats or radio co-hosts?
No, but we could probably just do one right now. It's probably
Please,
quite...
but keep it pleasant.
I would just love to.
And flattering.
No, go as crazy as you want on it.
Well, was something that always... Okay, let's just get the guy decides in here. So the guy decides is making the decisions, basically, and he has to be under the influence. And the first thing that the guy decides will probably think of is just like, oh, good morning. Oh, hello, sir. Radio stations. Fill the studio with cameras. No, it's radio. I don't think we should fill the studio with cameras. It's radio. People can't see. Shut up, Jason! Fill the camera. Put cameras in every studio. Oh, okay. So it's trying to be like TV. Yeah, make it like TV. Well, why are we doing that, sir? Wait, are we going to give them hair and makeup? No. They got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. They look horrendous and tired and over it, Jason. Well, why are we filming them? Shut up, Jason. It's the way we're going to do it. What else? We could go on.
No, that is perfect.
And put some Roxette on, Jason. Play more Roxette.
Yes. How about we think about... try and think of new ways to sell the same 100 songs you've been playing for the last 3 decades, Jason.
Who's going to be number one? Gee, will it be AC/DC? I know it too well.
Oh, you've nailed it.
Well, Jimmy, it's just great to see that you've pivoted. It's good to see that you're not dead or Marilyn Manson. Or are you? Meanwhile, in Australia now, streaming on Binge.
Yeah, how brilliant. Congratulations.
Check it out. Thank you for joining us, Jimmy.
So nice to see you.
Jam Nation. Jam Nation. We're not gonna take it. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test today. Tooting at the lights, does it pass the pub test? On the news last night, we discovered this.
In New South Wales, you can only honk if you need to warn traffic users about the position of your car or get animals off the road. You can't beep to say hello out of anger or frustration or get someone moving when traffic lights turn green.
That's the big one. Because that's how most people use their horn, is to say, oi, move along. You're looking at your phone, you've fallen asleep. But apparently, honking your horn is the driving equivalent of yelling at someone, and we've been told not to do it.
On the water, they use horn blasts to indicate things, like 3 short blasts, 3 long blasts, all that sort of stuff. I'm coming about, I'm coming here, I need my drink topped up, all that sort of stuff.
Right.
So there's this communication. Maybe on the roads we need that, a series of horn beeps.
Well, then if everyone's doing it, you think, was that 2? Was that 3?
Well,
I'm lost.
Is that a Marachi band?
Vuvuzela. Tooting at the lights. Does it pass the pub test?
I think if it's just a gentle, quick snap toot, then that's okay. But if you sort of sit on it, obviously that's a little bit rough. Depends on the situation, I think.
I don't think so. If someone's there for a long time, absolutely. But as soon as the light turns green, if you're tooting someone, not acceptable.
Yes, it does, because there are so many idiots out there that think that when you can stop at the traffic lights, you're allowed to use your mobile phone. And that is actually against the law. And people get fined for doing that because they're in control of a motor vehicle. So it certainly does, because these idiots need to get off their phone.
No, I don't think so. I'm very patient at the lights. Like, unless it's like excessive and they're just sitting there on their phone or something, like I'll toot. But generally, if they're sitting at the lights, I won't toot. I'll let the person behind me do it.
I think it definitely does pass the pub test. It's totally necessary sometimes. I'm a big believer of tooting that horn when it's needed.
Well, there you go. I tend to agree. When it's needed, honk honk.
Hurry up, move on.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Battle of the West, would you like to be there on Sunday? We have tickets to the Telstra 2022 NRL Grand Final. Silver tickets. How very exciting. This is at Accor Stadium, Homebush, and you can also get a pair of Jonesy and Amanda footy socks.
How do they manifest? What do they look like?
I don't know. How come we don't have any?
Is there pictures of you and me on those socks?
We've got soul.
All you have to do... Well, you know, I'm not a pun humour guy.
Please.
Okay. Well done. Well done.
Thanks, Brendan.
All you have to do is just answer these questions.
Answer the questions?
Answer the questions.
We have 3 questions.
Yeah.
If you stay on long enough for question 3, you're the winner.
So Lisa of Glenhaven. Hello, Lisa.
Hi, guys. How you going?
Very well. Do you consider yourself an NRL fan?
I'm a massive Sharks fan, Jonesy.
Oh, disappointed.
So what happens on this weekend? Who do you put your allegiance behind?
Well, my son is a huge Eels fan. We were there with the other thousands of people yesterday, and he's desperate for tickets.
All right. Well, there's 3 questions
Come
between
on, Lisa, you're doing this for
now
your son.
and then. So if you don't get a question right, someone else will come in and swoop them up.
What's your little fella's name?
Luke.
Luke.
All right. Well,
Do
good
it
luck.
for Luke.
No pressure. All right, Lisa. Here's question number 1. Which team did Josh Adokar move to at the beginning of the season?
Oh, Bulldogs.
Yes. I thought you were about to swear.
Which team?
This is question 2.
Question 2, Lisa. Which team finished 3rd on the ladder this season? You know this.
Is it the Sharks?
No, Lisa.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Lisa. Sharks
Lisa.
finished 2nd.
Sorry, Lisa.
Lisa. I thought you would have got that for sure. Well, Lisa's lost is Debbie of Camden's gain. Debbie.
Hello, Debbie.
Good morning.
Which team finished 3rd on the ladder?
Was it the Cowboys?
Yes, it
The
was.
Cowboys. Question 3.
Here it is. If you get this right, you've got the tickets. What position does Dylan Edwards play for the Panthers?
Fullback?
Yes!
There it is. Congratulations to you, Debbie. You've got 2 silver tickets to the 2022 NRL Grand Final at Accor Stadium this Sunday.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Well
on
done,
you.
Debbie, and we will play again tomorrow.
Jam Nation.
We spoke about this on the program yesterday. It's been in headlines and in the news this week. The debate about legalising cannabis in Australia. The Greens want it done and are bringing this before Parliament today. Green Senator David Shoebridge is on the line to talk about what's going to be happening today and why this is important. Hello, Senator.
Yeah, hey Amanda, how are you?
Very well, thank you. So you're not actually putting together the bill today, you're giving notice. What does that mean?
Yeah, this is how you kick off making a new law. You've got to put on a motion and say, I give notice, I'm going to make a law about X. And in this case, we're giving notice, we're going to introduce a bill to legalise, to regulate and to allow for the lawful sale and consumption of cannabis. And that's how we kick it off.
And it gets a lot of mixed opinions as well. We had this on our pub test yesterday.
I'm actually on cannabis oil, which has 10% THC in it to help with my pain. It's also a mood stabiliser, and I don't take it all the time because I'm the only one with a licence, and the current legislation says if it's in your system, I'm not under the influence of it. So if I get pulled over, I have to then go to court. You know, I might have taken it 2 days ago. Just ridiculous. They need to change the laws straight away.
So he's talking about that, but then on the other hand...
No, I don't think it does, no. What about schizophrenia? Don't you think it causes that as well?
And David, that is one of the concerns, is that young minds being allowed to take it when and where they like, it wreaks havoc with young minds. What would you say to that?
Well, we see this legislation as a harm reduction measure. Yes, there can be some harmful effects from cannabis, but if you look at the kind of spectrum of drugs and those from the most to the least harmful, cannabis is in the less harmful side of that spectrum, significantly less harmful than alcohol and tobacco. But, you know, of course we will have restrictions that it can't be sold or consumed by minors. But really, the bulk of the harm that's happening at the moment from the way we deal with cannabis is the harm of young people in particular getting dragged through the criminal justice system, being criminally prosecuted, sometimes losing their job, having their lives turned upside down simply because they choose to have a joint with their mate on a Friday night. And for me, if we're talking harm reduction, that's the best way to reduce harm at the moment. Get it out of the hands of the organised crime, get it out of the hands of criminals, stop having young people's lives turned on their head because they choose to have a joint.
Did you have any projections of how that will actually, if say the bill goes through and marijuana does indeed become legal, do you have any projections of what it will do to the crime in this country?
Yeah, I mean, thankfully we've got really good sort of real-time studies happening all across the world at the moment because state after state in the United States has legalised cannabis. Canada has done it in one shot federally, like we're planning to do here with this bill in Canberra. We've seen Portugal move more than a decade ago. And across the board, we see flat and sometimes declining crime rates, particularly assaults. and crimes that's often associated with alcohol. There's a very minor substitution effect that you see in most of those jurisdictions, less alcohol being consumed, marginally more cannabis in some of those jurisdictions, and that particularly sees assaults and some of those angry offences that follow from alcohol consumption being slightly reduced. But it isn't a huge effect. It's very marginal in terms of the outcome of any kind of criminal offending.
What do you think your chances are, Senator, of getting this through? Because we've seen with assisted dying and things like that, there's a very conservative seam in Parliament, isn't there?
Yeah, and one of the reasons we're bringing... Well, there's two reasons we're bringing it now. Firstly is we've got some constitutional legal advice, and it's the first time it's been asked for and received, and it says we can do it. We don't have to wait for states and territories to move, and often at a state level, and I suffered in state politics before I moved here. You saw just how powerful the police were and what a big influence they were on state politics, and hopefully we can step away from some of that and get it done federally. But this constitutional legal advice says we can just get it done. The federal parliament has the power, and if it moves to legalise cannabis here in the parliament in Canberra, that would basically turn off all those state laws that make it a crime. And that's the way of doing it, across the nation and literally joining the rest of the world.
Yeah. Well, good luck passing it around. Hey, man, don't bogart that bill.
Well, I mean, we do have a new parliament, right? We've got now Greens are in the balance of power. We've got a record number of Greens. We've got a bunch of, community-minded independents. And the country is looking for us to break some of that crappy old politics where we seem stuck in the 20th century. And if you've got laws across the country that criminalise cannabis, and more than 40% of Australians have tried cannabis, if you've got laws that make almost half the country criminals, well those laws are plainly nonsense, and it's time we stuck them in the garbage bin.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me.
Senator David Shoebridge, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
No worries. Good speaking.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast. Fueled by Sinclair Automotive Penrith, Ford, Isuzu Ute and SsangYong. Sales, service and parts. Sinclair Automotive. We're a family.
WSFM's $100,000 beat, the Bowser.
Yesterday, we did a role play with this, and you chose to stop at $20.
How was I to know that the figure would go up higher and higher and higher?
It went up to $1,350.
No, I think we're over $2,000.
It was up
yesterday.
to $2,000. That's
so
right.
what happens here, though? You may have played Beat the Bomb or Beat the Bowser before, but you're not just against the clock here. You are against somebody else. So that means the minute you call out your name, the game's over. Mm-hmm. But who can hold out the longest to get the most amount of money?
We'll find out. Belinda's in Cronulla. Hello, Belinda.
Hello, guys. How are you? Good
Very
morning.
Good morning.
You're taking on Mick of Ingleburn.
Hi, Mick.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. So, Belinda, what do you call out when it's time to stop?
Belinda.
And Mick, what do you call out?
Mick.
Okay, well, he's not going to yell out Belinda, is he?
Well, it'd be
that would just
weird.
get very awkward.
It would get a little bit unusual.
Okay.
So you know how this goes. You call out when you want to stop, and that's when the game's over. You push the other person out of the game, but still, that means you may not get as much money as you might have got otherwise. Am I speaking English? I hope so. Shall we begin?
Good luck.
Let's do it. Here we go.
$20. $50. $90. $130. $190. $240. $300. $420. $530. $680.
Oh,
Yep.
Mick at $530.
Mick at $530. Well, that's nice. What sort of car do you drive, Mick?
I drive a wreck car, but my wife drives a Nissan Qashqai.
Qashqai.
Well, I'll tell you what, $530 will give you a decent slab of petrol.
But how far would have we gone?
All right, this is the hard bit. Let's see how far you might have gone.
$710. $720. $840. $990. $1,070. $1,200. $1,550. $1,820. $1,850.
Oh.
Wow.
Man, you could have driven to the moon in the cash guy with 1850.
Still,
I know.
530.
That's-
530 is not to be sneezed at.
What do you mean, as usual, Mick? keep that to yourself.
Sorry, Belinda, but congratulations.
Good
Mick.
on you, Mick. And it'll be back again after 9 o'clock with Ugly Phil.
Jam Nation. Everybody shout. Come on now, sing out. It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
Don't forget, our favourite Ghoulie of the Year will win $20,000 cash, a year's supply of chocolate from Daryl Lee.
Ooh.
Anytime something strikes you, give us a call, 9061 7984.
What have we struck up today?
There aren't a lot of dog off-leash parks where you can go and enjoy the afternoon or whatever with your dog. And when you do go there and find one, you should be able to go there thinking that you're going to be safe. What my girlie is people that take their dogs there that aren't tolerant and social with other dogs. We got attacked when we were there by another dog, and now I'm fearful to go there again with them.
Yeah, I guess that's the case, not being a dog owner, but your dog Minnie's a lovely dog.
She's very good-natured, but as she gets older, because she's 10 now, if other dogs jump on her, if there's puppies there and they jump on her, I can see her lips start to curl.
Yeah.
So I move her along because I can see she's getting cranky. And I said that to Chris. I said, she never used to be cranky. He said, no, as dogs get older and their bones get sore, they just don't put up with it as much.
Everyone gets cranky when they get older.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm not looking at you.
Curl my lip at you.
Don't get cranky.
What else have we got?
What else have we got?
What gets my ghoulies is watching on TV the football, and this particular guy, they were focusing on him, was spitting. He was like a human fountain. How much liquid can come out of this guy's mouth? Seriously, it's bad enough that the footballers have made the youngest guys have these mullet haircuts. Now they're teaching them to spit, and really, that is just not necessary. Just stop it.
When you play sport, is it necessary to spit? Do you get a lot of build-up of spittle?
Not really, no. But I think as well in the modern technology with the cameras, there's a camera for everything. So there's the spit camera guy.
And the swears camera guy.
And the swears camera guy. What's he saying? I wonder.
I think he's called him an aubergine.
I miss the good old days where they used to, cross over to the pretty girls in the crowd. Remember those good old days?
Oh, weren't they the good old days?
Good old days.
Where a woman would go to the football and get ogled by millions of people at home. I miss the good old days.
Now we've got a guy doing a big bushy and yelling out aubergine.
Maybe you have to choose.
Well, thank you for that. Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, doesn't matter. You can always call that hotline number, 9061 7984.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Our favourite caller email or Facebook friend wins a Summer on the Harbour cruise package. Ooh. This is valued at over $500. Cruise Sydney Harbour this summer with Captain Cook Cruises.
You also get a Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and a fridge magnet, which is great.
Now, out of 7 o'clock every morning, we play the $10,000 question, our daily trivia game. If you guess question 10 correctly, you win $10,000.
Was that going to happen for Ryan of Kirrawee?
He got stuck on question 3. Name the first pop band to ever appear on a metal lunchbox.
Backstreet Boys?
No, the answer was the Beatles.
Yes, the metal lunchbox goes back a little bit further.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Well, Ugly Phil's up next. He has more free fuel to give away with Beat the Bowser.
And we'll be back from 6 tonight for Jam Nation.
We'll see you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tear, baby dear, from your eye.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.